supposedly one of the central pillars of the just transition we need to address the climate crisis is that idea, is that it will be a just transition. And indeed, I don't know how many times I've heard Eamon Ryan and ministers from this government wax lyrical about how if we seriously address the climate crisis, it can be a win-win situation. Because that's what it should be. That's what it should be. If we address the climate crisis and the biodiversity crisis, I might add in, people could have warmer homes and lower bills. They could have better public transport system and cheaper public transport system. They could have more biodiversity and a better environment if we met our afforestation targets and so on. But that's what it should be, but that's not what actually happens. Because you're not willing in that process to challenge the logic of the market system and the way it is responsible for wrecking the environment and the way it simultaneously makes its money through exploiting ordinary people. So the elephant in the room about who should pay for the just transition to a better climate future are the absolutely extraordinary and rising and staggering and obscene profits of the energy companies. You don't want to do anything to cut their profits, to cap their profits, to call out the obscenity of their profits while people are being hammered with increased energy bills. You don't say a word about that. You think it's perfectly okay, they make a fortune, but then you come in here and lecture ordinary people about how they have to take the pain to deal with the climate through increased carbon taxes, through other forms of regressive taxation on their energy, like VAT, like the PSO levy, all which hit hardest those who can least afford it and who have least control over the amount of energy they use in their homes, about the access they have to public transport or don't have, as is more likely the case. And if you continue to do that by punishing people, ordinary people who are least responsible for the climate crisis, you will turn people away from the climate agenda. So why not turn your attention to the obscene, disgusting, in the context of the current inflation crisis, of the profits of the energy companies, of ESB, of Energia, of Shell, of BP, who are making a fortune by wrecking the world's environment and crucifying ordinary people with the bills that are dropping through their doors. Unless you address that problem, you will not get a just transition or any transition to a better climate future.